Moon? Engineer, fix my mic. I have a little old chat. Fix it, please. Thank you. Belle pays Dominique nous, pour nous aider, belle femme qui a présenté un thème pays Dominique. So we welcome, of course, these beautiful young ladies to rendition the national anthem. Thank you so much, ladies. Miss Naomi Romain Saint Jean and Miss Dariana Esprit. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. We have been blessed to call this beautiful island Dominica our home. And we need to, of course, continue to ask the Most High for his continued blessing of this beautiful land. And in doing so, it's my honor to call on Father Nigel Karam for this morning's invocation. Bonjour, Père Karam, ça qu'a fait?
Lisons la Bible, votre première lettre à Timothée, chapitre 2, verset 1 à 8. Bien-aimé, la vie moins c'est ça. Premièrement, pour faire la prière. Mandez mon Dieu et qu'il vous inspire pour tout le monde. Esprit pouvoir avec tout le monde qui est autorité. Pour nous servir un bon sentiment, à la vie sainte, à la paix et à la vie tranquille. C'est ça nous supposons faire bon et qui ça vrai. Bon Dieu, sauvez-nous. Pas bon Dieu vrai, tout le monde sauver et finir connaître la vérité. Pas un seul bon Dieu, avec un seul monde qui amène le monde avec bon Dieu ensemble. Il même c'est un homme, c'est Jésus-Christ, qui s'est offert comme un fruit pour tout le monde. C'est lui qui est là, il voyait un bon lait. Pour ça, bon Dieu, c'est mes témoins qu'on essaye. On apporte. Moi qui a dit la vérité. Moi pas qu'à mentir. Donc, bon qui à la foi et puis la vérité pour le monde qui pas juif. Comme ça, moi, je voulais tout l'homme, tout parti, lever la main à la prière, sans mauvais sentiment et sans désordre. Parole, bon Dieu. Merci, bon Dieu, merci. À nous prier. Dieu, doit mettre le ciel et la terre. Nous t'allons louer, nous t'allons honorer. Nous t'allons remercier pour la vie, pour santé, pour travail et pour tout cadeau pour nous à la vie spécialement pour tel garçon Jésus-Christ qui mort et ressuscité, pour montrer nous comment pour aimer nous et comment pour battre nous la grâce et l'espérance à la vie éternelle. Aujourd'hui, nous t'avons remercié pour cadeau ça qui s'est payé nous la Dominique. Nous n'y un cadeau ça la terre qui va nous manger, l'eau bénie et la mer qui va nous pression. Et tout ça nous pouvons pour construire la vie nous et famille. Aidez-nous nous demander pour travailler ensemble, nous et l'autre, la main à la main. Pendant que nous célébrons l'indépendance, nous donnons la force et la courage pour célébrer en dignité et faire nous tiens l'héritage nous plus fort. En célébration Jésus. J'étais joli, soufflé à tout le monde rassemblé ici pour couvrir créole à la ouïa. Bénis-nous toutes, spécialement Madame Sylvanie Burton, présidente et Premier ministre nous, Mr. Skerritt, et tout le membre parlement en gouvernement et l'opposition. Couvrez-nous toutes et puis présentons et aidez toutes vendeurs et vendeuses qui ont fait exposition aujourd'hui. Par nous tous, et en particulier tout le monde qui a travaillé pour développer produits et services locaux. Par nous toute la grâce et puis l'amour à chaîne. Comme ça, nous avons développé Dominique ensemble. Finalement, fais-nous marcher ensemble à souillon chimé, qui peut porter nous en rayon sala oti, nous qui vivre et vivre et célébration Jésus-Christ, et puis l'Esprit Saint, pour l'éternité et l'éternité. Amen.
Amen. Merci, Père Nigel Caron. Président, you may be seated. Is everybody along?
Pour M. Charles Savrin, un monde qui est en position comme président Dominique, avec Mme Savrin. C'est Darren Pina, le ministre qui a responsabilité pour les affaires travail, secteur public. Et puis, développement de business, les autres membres cabinet. Sénateur Philippe Rowe, qui a coordonné organisation pour développer business parmi jeunes gens, différents secrétaires, gouvernement. Monsieur Nicolas Bruno, qui est en charge board pour directeur NDFD, les autres membres à ce board NDFD, Monsieur Cletus Joseph, directeur et travailleur NDFD. Nous avons dit un spécial bonjour pour Mère Roseau, Madame Eumine Royer, Madame Sharon Dennis Roll, qui est en charge de promotion pour la compagnie Dexia, Kisha Joseph, officier en charge pour bureau qui a responsabilité pour produire Dominique à son bon état. Madame Juanita Casey, membre à sous comité pour Creole en Laoui, Père Nigel Karam. Zebediah Maxwell, nous avons dit un spécial bonjour. Madame Wop Duyet, c'est une jeune femme là qui a représenté Madame Wop Duyet, différents partenaires, les autres membres, les invités, monde qui ne comprend pas en créole, en laoui, membres médias. Mesdames, messieurs, bienvenue pour présentation 9e édition créole en laoui, organisée par NDFD. Eh bien, si vous avez demandé moi pour c'est créole, je ne peux pas parler, je ne peux pas faire pièce excuse bon matin. Puis si vous regardez bien, non, c'est créole en laoui. Is that correct? It's creole in the streets, no? Comme ça, c'est créole aussi supposé qu'à fait, je dis à parler créole, manger créole, tout bagaille, c'est créole. Je dis à mon espérer que M. Joseph là, il venu pour inviter eux officiellement qui nous taper un petit morceau créole hardly aussi. Yes? All right, on this note, we're going to go through a program nicely. We want to call, of course, on Mr. Cletus Joseph, Executive Director at NDFD, to officially welcome you this morning.
Merci.
Miss Emilia, I'm going to translate all of what she just said, right? Mr. Charles Savrin, former president of Dominica, and Mrs. Savrin. Honorable Darren Pinat, Minister of State in the Ministry of Labor. Facing my mom. You're good, sir. Thank you. Honorable Darren Pinat, Minister of State in the Ministry of Labor, Public Sector Reform, Social Partnership, Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development. Other Honorable Ministers of Cabinet, Senator Philip Rule, Coordinator of the Dominica Youth Business Trust, Permanent Secretaries, Mr. Nicholas Bruno, Chairman of the NDFD, other board members of the NDFD, Your Worship, Sandra Ermin Roye, Mayor of Roseau, Mrs. Sharon Dennis Rule, Export Promotion Officer of Dexia, Ms. Kisha Joseph, Officer in charge of the Dominica Bureau of Standards, Ms. Juanita Casey, and the team at NDFD in charge of organizing the Creole in the Streets, Father Nigel Karam, Ms. Zebediah Maxwell, NDFD's Green Innovation Summit Champion 2025, and contestant for Miss Warp Duet 2025, sponsors of Creole in the Streets, other distinguished guests, participants of Creole in the Streets, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, and all who are listening to us via the World Wide Web and other media. It is a great pleasure and indeed an honor to welcome you to the 9th edition of NDFD's Creole in the Streets, under the theme, Sustainable Communities through a Celebration of Local Business Innovation. Let me give just a few highlights of some of the core aspects of our theme. We talk about communities, and it is important to recognize that we live in various communities. By communities, it is not just the named village or town or hamlet where we reside or conduct business. Rather, it refers to all of these in addition to our workspaces, our business environment, our social groups, associations, etc., in which we interact. These, however, do involve into our greater community, our beloved Dominica. The interconnectedness of our communities drive development, and the sooner we realize how to harness the synergy of community spirit, the better it will be for our individual and collective development. Celebration does not mean that we need to always be in a reveling state of mind, but rather in the mode whereby our actions and that of others in our communities are elevated, enabled, and empowered to help us achieve our objectives. Innovation. We must always remember that innovation is an essential part of business. It enables product development, process perfection, and the application of lessons learned. This is critical as businesses need to remain relevant by seizing new opportunities which drive progress, foster growth, and propel towards a sustainable future. It means, therefore, that there needs to be an ideal mix of celebrating innovation within our local businesses to help build our communities into spaces for thriving. This, my dear friends, is what Creole in the Streets provides. Today, we gather to celebrate what we consider to be the premier marketing opportunity for small and micro businesses in our nature isle. You will be exposed to a snapshot of our micro, small, and medium enterprise sector and their innovations in real time. You will also see and meet and greet the processes and personalities behind their market offerings, well, we invite you to patronize, engage, and let me say it directly. Please buy the products on offer. Creole in the Streets is a platform for small and micro businesses to promote their market offerings by engaging customers. We will get the opportunity to interact with these entrepreneurs. You will be exposed to and get introduced to the wonderful products made locally, their wonderful benefits, and why you need to buy local. And I emphasize again, buy local. And not just because it is from our entrepreneurs, but because they are Dominican. And we will all agree that the nature aisle is the best that you can always have by any measure. The simple fact that these base products and raw materials are locally produced and naturally produced is a strong indication of their authenticity, and they are the best without any negative side effects. Creole in the Streets, therefore, is a platform which reminds us to always deliver the best. Therefore, if we are delivering the best, we need to patronize and spend. In addition, Creole in the Street provides an opportunity to network, to share knowledge, and to contribute to product development and improvement in real time. We encourage patrons to provide feedback in a manner that is uplifting and development-oriented, while the entrepreneurs should see it as an opportunity to learn directly from the customers as to what are their expectations. Today, we also get the opportunity to have a display of cultural performances which form part of our cultural heritage. The essence of today's event extends beyond the immediate activities. It is about development of a sector which can significantly benefit the Dominican economy and society in a manner which can have the following effects. One, can improve lives and livelihoods through the economic benefits which can be generated. It can create intergenerational wealth, whereby we lay the platform for our future generations. It can create opportunities through linkages and spin-off activities within and beyond Creole in the Streets. It can engender the need for and importance of collaboration and teamwork, particularly in a society as small as ours. Hence, there can be healthy competition, which is graced by the love of and for our fellow men, as we embrace a spirit of positivity and love. Get help with our innovations by identifying our other talents, complementary ideas, sources of raw materials, and best products for our innovations and enterprises. In addition, your active participation, whether as speakers, purchasers, vendors, or the audience on a whole, is what transforms this event from just a concept into a dynamic and engaging reality, since we have planned an exciting and enriching schedule featuring the products, the vendors, the patrons, the entertainment, the cultural and the performances, and everything in between. And as one of an old gentleman would say, in between and betwixt, we'll find everything that makes us tweak. It is all designed to provide a memorable, enriching, and insightful experience. In conclusion, I encourage everyone to fully immerse in the experience, engage with fellow attendees, and enjoy the array of activities we have in store for you. We are honored to have your presence, and let me particularly recognize the former president and Mrs. Severin for taking the time off and consecutively and a number of years gracing us with your presence. Again, a special welcome and thank you. The ministers of government present, welcome and thank you. Our sponsors, your contribution year after year is truly commendable and you are appreciated. And therefore, let's look forward to a day filled with stimulating conversations, valuable learning, and enjoyable moments. Once again, welcome. Welcome everyone to the 9th edition of Creole in the Streets. Throughout the day, let us remember our theme, Sustainable Communities through a celebration of local business innovation. We are thrilled to have you here and hope you find this event to be a rewarding and memorable one. As I close, let me give you the opportunity. Let's pat our pockets, ensure that our wallets are in there, and that we are prepared to patronize the wonderful products and services available. However, you just missed your wallet. We'll be here up till 8 p.m. this evening. And therefore, you have the time to use the ATMs. You could even run back home and get the cash, the pepesh. L'argent cherche là où vous êtes pour venir acheter, ça nous a offert aujourd'hui. You thought I couldn't speak patois, right? So, welcome everybody. We look forward to engaging you and that you will have a good time and don't feel bruised when you spend on our wonderful products. Thank you very much. Once again, welcome.
In other words, upon the pièce exquise pour sortir ici à 100 gains que choy. Nous que la gigantin 8 au soir. Thank you again, Mr. Joseph. And to present this morning's solidarity message, we call to the podium Ms. Kisha Joseph, officer in charge at the Dominican Bureau of Standards. Let's make her feel welcome.
His Excellency Charles Savre, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Savre. Honorable Darren Pinard, Minister of State in the Ministry of Labor, Public Sector Reform, Social Partnership, Entrepreneurship, and Small Business Development. Other honorable members of Cabinet, Senator Philip Rule, Coordinator, Dominica Youth Business Trust, Permanent Secretaries, Mr. Nicholas Bruno, Chairman of the NDFD Board of Directors, other Board of Directors of NDFD, Mr. Cletus Joseph, Executive Director, NDFD and staff, Your Worship Sandra Ermin Ray, Mayor of Roseau, Ms. Sharon Dennis Rule, Export Promotion Officer, Dexia, Ms. Juanita Casey and members of Creole in the Streets Committee, Father Nigel Karam, Ms. Zabadija Maxwell, Green Innovation Summit Champion 2025, and Ms. Wabduet, Contestant 2025. Sponsors, other distinguished guests, participants in Creole in the Street, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is a distinct honor to stand before you today in solidarity with the National Development Foundation of Dominica. As we celebrate the 9th edition of Creole in the Streets, this year's theme, Sustainable Communities through a Celebration of Local Business Innovation, captures the heart of what brings us together, a shared commitment to strengthen our communities by nurturing local enterprises and creativity. This celebration is more than an event. It is a reflection of our journey, a journey of resilience, innovation, and pride in our culture and economic identity. As we honor our rich cultural heritage, we also embrace the transformative role of local businesses in building a more sustainable future for all. The collaboration between the Dominica Bureau of Standards and NDFD has grown rapidly over the years, establishing a robust support system for small and micro businesses throughout the vibrant community. This partnership demonstrates that when institutions align with purpose, we can drive real lasting change in our communities. NDFD has gone beyond offering financial assistance. It has embedded quality and standards at the heart of entrepreneurship by encouraging its clients to engage with the Bureau of Standards as part of the loan process. This approach shows true foresight. Sustainable development depends not only on innovation, but also on ensuring that our products and services are safe, competitive, and of high quality. As we celebrate today, let us take a moment to acknowledge you, the entrepreneurs. You are the change makers. You innovate not only the growth of your business, but to uplift your communities. Your efforts help build an economy that is resilient, inclusive, and rooted in our local strength. In a rapid changing world, it is essential to balance tradition with innovation. Our cultural heritage is a source of inspiration, identity, and when combined with modern business practices, it becomes a powerful tool for the global competitiveness. This is how we create sustainable communities, by blending the wisdom of our past with the possibility of the future. Let us commit to support each other, sharing knowledge and lifting as we climb. Every innovation idea, every collaboration, every improved product or service brings us close to a stronger, more sustainable Dominica. The Dominica Bureau of Standards is here to support you in this journey. Our mission is to help you raise the bar, build consumer trust, and expand your reach. We are committed to working hand in hand with NDFD and all stakeholders to ensure that quality and innovation remains at the foresight of our national development. In closing, I extend heartfelt congratulations to NDFD for your unwavering dedication to local business development and community empowerment. Your leadership continues to inspire and uplift. The Bureau of Standards look forward to deepening our collaboration as we build thriving, sustainable communities together. Thank you and enjoy today's celebration.
Thank you again, Ms. Joseph, again, officer in charge at the Dominica Bureau of Standards. And we're going to call on our next speaker, who will be delivering, again, another solidarity message. This time we call on Mrs. Sharon Dennis Rowe, Export Promotion Officer at the Dominica Export and Import Agency. Pa, you ready to? Hey, Papa. Let's make her feel welcome, Mrs. Rowe.
Merci, Milia. His Excellency, His Excellency Charles Savre, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica and Mrs. Savre, Honorable Darren Pinard, Minister of State in the Ministry of Labor, Public Sector Reform, Social Partnerships, Entrepreneurship and Small Business. Honorable Members of Cabinet, Senator Philip Roll, Coordinator, Dominica Youth Business Trust. Other Permanent Secretaries, Mr. Nicholas Bruno, Chairman of the NDFD Board of Directors. Other Board of Directors of the NDFD, Mr. Cletus Joseph, Executive Director, NDFD, and the staff. Your Worship Sandra Ermin Roye, Mayor of Roseau. Ms. Keisha Joseph, Officer in Charge, Dominica Bureau of Standards. Ms. Juanita Casey, and members of the Creole Industries Committee. Father Nigel Karam. Ms. Zebediah Maxwell, Green Innovation Summit Champion 2025, and Ms. Wob Duet contestant. Sponsors, other distinguished guests, participants of Creole Industries, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour. Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Directors and Management and staff of Dexia, I take this opportunity to congratulate the NDFD on this initiative, as today you are hosting the 9th edition of Creole in the Streets under the theme, Sustainable Communities through a celebration of local business innovation. Creole in the Streets takes place during our independence season, and therefore I applaud the NDFD for providing this unique outlet for entrepreneurs and producers to showcase some of the many high-quality products which are produced here in Dominica. We trust that the exhibitors will embrace this opportunity to create the awareness for your products, thereby increasing sales, especially throughout this independence season. This year, Dominica celebrates its 47th anniversary of independence under the theme 47 Years of Progress and Purpose. This is a call for all of us as one people to join hands and work progressively for the development of our beloved country. We at Dexia cannot overemphasize the important role and tremendous benefits that agriculture, agro-processing, manufacturing, and the services sector have played and will continue to play in our country's overall development. Small and micro businesses are more than just economic actors. They are innovators, community builders, job creators, and problem solvers. They represent the dreams of individuals and families. They are the backbone of our local economy. In this ever-changing globalized trading environment, we see everyday increases in the price of basic essential food items. We therefore need to mitigate the effects of these rising food prices by reducing the importation of commodities and concentrate on producing quality local products for consumption. I therefore encourage all of us to develop a habit of consuming local products, thereby creating jobs, sustaining livelihoods, and supporting the local economy. Despite their importance, small and micro businesses struggle. Yes, they struggle. And they often face teething challenges. That is where business support organizations such as Dexia and the NDFD will come in. Dexia, as part of our mandate, have been doing our fair share in providing technical support to many small and micro businesses, guiding them to produce world-class quality products that are competitive globally. We also encourage our clients to seek sustainable ways to increase production by embracing organic and natural methods of agriculture and agro-processing where possible, utilizing locally available raw material. These days, we are observing that consumers are very conscious of the environment, and this is influencing in practical ways the move towards purchasing environmentally friendly products. In this regard, we applaud the efforts of the NDFD in promoting green businesses and providing the monthly marketplace for exposing such products. Vendors, exhibitors, producers, I appeal to you to pay special attention to your quality, pricing, packaging, and presentation of your products. Remember, these days consumers have choices. They have many choices. So if they are not satisfied with your products and its price, they will quickly move on to another supplier. In other words, ensure that your products are highly competitive. In this rapidly changing trading environment, we need to up our game in how we do business. By adopting the many digital tools available, whether it is through e-commerce platforms and digital payment systems, so that you can remain competitive in your various sectors. I also encourage you to adopt best practices and comply to the various standards that pertain to your specific sector. In keeping with this year's theme for Creole in the Streets, We at Dexia want to exhort you to eat what we grow and grow what we eat. I want to encourage you consumers, Dominicans, visitors. Let us please continue to patronize and support our local producers to promote the buy local, buy Dominica culture by purchasing local and supporting everything that is Dominican. When you support local farmers and vendors, you are demonstrating in a very practical way the change in attitude and behavior which is required to give true meaning to our independence theme, 47 years of progress and purpose. As we look ahead, let us remain committed to collaborate with each other as we achieve more as a collective unit through partnerships and shared purpose. Together, we can transform the economic landscape for our SMEs. Let us continue to champion the cause of our entrepreneurs. Let us ensure that every business, regardless of its size, has access to finance, essential tools, knowledge, and opportunities required to thrive in this trading environment. Mr. Joseph, Ms. Casey, and your team at NDFD, congratulations on staging yet another edition of Creole in the Streets. We at Dexia look forward to our continued collaboration and partnership as we support the growth and export potential of Dominica's SME. Let me take this opportunity to wish everyone here, all the NDFD staff, your clients, exhibitors, a successful and rewarding Creole in the Streets 2025. Moi les souhaiter tout le monde ici là, bonne indépendance. Merci.
Merci, Madame Roll. Moi, je espère que je suis en Creole. Eh bien, on espère juste un finissement pour ça délivrer une petite parole, mais nous avons bienvenue quand même, monsieur. Nous allons continuer. Et puis, présentation, nous, à bon matin, qu'on nous a invité à présent pour délivrer un message de solidarité. Parce que nous avons coordonné organisation qui a une responsabilité pour promotion de business parmi les jeunes gens. Monsieur Philip Rowe, coordinator Dominica Youth Business Trust. Let's make him feel welcome.
Test, test. All right, a pleasant good morning to everyone. And yes, we go from one rule to another, so I guess we're going to keep it rolling. Let me start by acknowledging the presence of His Excellency Charles Savre, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica and Mrs. Savre, Honorable Darren Pinard, Minister of State in the Ministry of Labor, Public Sector Reform, Social Partnership, Entrepreneurship and Small Business Development, Permanent Secretaries, Mr. Nicholas Bruno, Chairman of the Board of the NDFD, other Board of Directors of the NDFD, Mr. Cletus Joseph, Executive Director of the NDFD and staff, Your Worship, Sandra Ermin Roye, Mayor of Roseau, Mrs. Sharon Dennis Roll, Export Promotion Officer at Dexia, Ms. Keisha Joseph, Ms. Juanita Casey, and members of the Creole in the Streets Committee, Father Nigel Karam, Ms. Zebediah Maxwell, the Green Innovation Summit Champion 2025, and Ms. Wapduet Contestant 2025. All of the sponsors and other invited guests, and of course the media. Pleasant good morning to all. Let me start by echoing the sentiments of Mr. Joseph earlier when he said, and he implored us all to pat our wallets and ensure that we spend. And I started with that because 2 years ago I made reference to the close proximity of the
ATM, the NBD ATM on the Bayfront. Now, as fate would have it, the ATM is even closer. So I think that's a good impetus. That's an impetus for us to spend. And perhaps, if you forgot your card for some reason, you can probably go inside and tell them you're going to in the streets, and maybe they might bring you to the front of the line. But this morning, it is an absolute pleasure to join you all today on behalf of the Dominica Youth Business Trust to bring warm solidarity greetings to the NDFD on the hosting of the 9th annual Creole in the Streets Expo, an event that has truly become a staple of our independence calendar. This year's theme, Sustainable Communities Through a Celebration of Local Business Innovation, beautifully captures what this event represents. It reminds us that sustainability is not only about protecting our environment, but empowering our people, strengthening communities, and ensuring that innovation becomes the heartbeat of our local economy. Through events like Creole in the Street, NDFD has created a space where small and micro entrepreneurs can proudly showcase their talent, their creativity, and their resilience. And these are the qualities that make communities sustainable. When local businesses thrive, communities grow stronger. Now, let me take a moment to commend the NDFD team for sustaining this remarkable initiative for the past 9 years. I mean, it's no doubt that a lot of planning, a lot of manpower, a lot of willpower, and maybe even a few sleepless nights went into the preparation and execution of today's event. And to put on something of this magnitude right here in the heart of Roseau takes not just effort, but deep passion for community and country. And let me say that the 9th edition feels big. You can sense the energy, the creativity, and the excitement in the air. And if this is what the 9th edition looks like, I can only imagine what's in store for the 10th anniversary. Maybe next year, NDFD might have to block off 2 streets, or maybe we just block off the entire Roseau and fill it with entrepreneurs and make people park and walk and shop. But events like, all jokes aside, what we see here today is the results of vision and consistency. This expo has become a model of how collaboration, creativity, and community spirit can merge to build something lasting. To our entrepreneurs, I want to encourage you to take full advantage of platforms like this. Visibility matters. The truth is, there's a direct correlation between exposure and sales. The more people see you, the more they remember you, and the more likely they are to support you. Each conversation you have today, each business card that you exchange, and each product sample could open a new door for your business. Events like this are not just about showcasing what you have, it's about connecting, learning, and growing. So take the time to interact, promote, network, and share your story, because no one can tell it better than you. As we celebrate our culture, our independence, and our entrepreneurial spirit, let us also celebrate innovation, because it is innovation that will sustain our communities and drive our nation forward. On behalf of the Dominica Youth Business Trust, I extend heartfelt congratulations to the NDFD for another outstanding effort. We are proud to stand with you in empowering entrepreneurs and building sustainable communities through local business innovation. Thank you, and may the 9th edition of Creole in the Streets be the most successful one yet.
Merci un pile, Monsieur Philippe Rowe. Mais nous Carole quand même. While we move away from the rows, we're going to go across to someone else who'll be here in the position of chairman of the NDFD Board of Directors. Let's give him a Creole in the Streets welcome to Mr. Nicholas Bruno.
His Excellency,
Charles Savrin, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Savrin. Honorable Darren Pinard, Minister of State, Ministry of Labor, Public Sector Reform, Social Partnership, Entrepreneurship, and Small Business Development. The other members of Cabinet, Senator Philip Rolle, Coordinator of the Dominica Youth Business Trust, Permanent Secretaries, Board of Directors of the NDFD, Mr. Joseph, the Executive Director and staff, your Wardship, Sandra Ermin Roy, Mayor of Roseau, Mrs. Sharon Dennis Roll, Export Promotion Officer at Dexter, Ms. Keisha Joseph, Officer in Charge, Dominica Bureau of Standards, Ms. Juanita Casey and members of the Creole Industry Committee, Father Nigel Karam, Ms. Debbie Maxwell, Green Innovation Summit Champion and 2025 Miss Warp Duet Contestant. Sponsors, other distinguished guests, participants of Creole Industry, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everyone. Unfortunately, I don't know the Creole very well. It is an absolute pleasure to address you at the 9th Creole Industry. This year, we celebrate under the theme, Sustainable Communities, through a celebration of local business innovation. This event is a vibrant showcase of our Dominican heritage, a reflection of creativity, courage, entrepreneurial spirit that defines us as a people. We are proud of the innovative minds that continue to foster opportunity, sustainability, and success. Creole on the Street is an expression of culture, imagination, and most importantly, community. It brings the market directly to the people in a dynamic way. Today, I wish to emphasize the heartbeat of this event, our small business owners, our clients, our collaborators. You are the true architect of Creole Industries. Your inspiration, your hard work, and your resilience are the foundation upon which this event is built. We see the long hours you put in. We recognize the risks you take, the resources you invest, and the passion you pour into your products and services. Most importantly, we celebrate your unwavering dedication to your craft. This event is for you. It's a platform to gain exposure, make connections, and grow your business. So take full advantage of it. Connect with new customers, yes, but also with one another. Explore synergies, form partnerships, build relationships that will last long after today. Remember, you are not just a participant. You are the heroes of our local economy, and this event is designed to support your journey. Creole in the Street brings the NDFD's mission to life, right here, right now. Today, more than 75 small businesses are showcasing their talents, from agricultural and traditional arts to herbal remedies, beverages, and delicious Dominican cuisine. This is our cultural basket on full display. It's a living ecosystem of local enterprise, a marketing mix in motion, where product, place, promotion, and price comes together to create magic. Through this event, small businesses thrive, our product base expands, and our communities grow stronger. As our flagship independent season event, Creole in the Street continues to give entrepreneurs the platform to connect with locals, visitors, and more importantly, the Dominican diaspora. The NDFD commitment to environmental sustainability remains unwavering in other tangible actions. We are thrilled once again to welcome the Green District, a dedicated space featuring alumni from our Green Innovation Summit, leading the charge in eco-friendly enterprise. This is the extra street we have usurped for this event. You can visit them. This area is filled with products depicting the importance of sustainable development. We encourage you to meet these entrepreneurs, listen to their stories, and share their vision for a greener future. Today, we also celebrate Zebby Maxwell, the 2025 champion of the Green Innovation Summit. Her business, Max Up Enterprises, embodies the innovative thinking. Her business promotes a zero-waste approach to coconut processing that produces virgin coconut oil, body oils, pet bedding, fertilizer, and charcoal. Her project proves that sustainability and creativity can in fact go hand in hand. We are equally proud to support her as a participant in the 2025 Miss World Duet pageant, a celebration deeply rooted in our cultural heritage. Zebby truly represents the best of Dominica entrepreneurship. And to all aspiring innovators, start preparing your ideas for the next Green Innovation Summit scheduled for June of 2027. The NDFD sustainable initiatives extend beyond this event, beyond the green innovation that we are promoting. We have proudly organized the Dominica leg of the Global Earth Hour observance, bringing people together in action for our planet. Our efforts were claimed with a certificate of recognition for regional leadership in promoting Earth Hour by the World Wildlife Fund. We believe in action, not just awareness. Through our green loan facility, we have provided financing to entrepreneurs who are building eco-friendly ventures, creating a greener Dominica. And we practice what we preach by continually expanding our premises footprint with sustainable and eco-friendly initiatives. We are honored that the NDFD has been named Sustainable Agenda Service Organization of the Year for the third consecutive year by the Dominica Institute of Customer Service. This award reflects our team's dedication to sustainability, innovation, and service excellence. As I close, I extend heartfelt thanks to everyone who have made this event possible. Our dedicated NDFD team, our generous sponsors, our enthusiastic participants, and our invaluable partners. Your collaboration makes Creole in the Street a success. And to our patrons, I say this: explore, engage, and support. I believe the executive director was a little more clear in what we mean by support. When you buy from these small businesses, you are not just making a purchase. You are investing in a dream and contributing to the sustainable future of our beloved island. Together, let us continue to champion sustainability and build a greener, stronger, and more prosperous Dominica. Thank you, and enjoy Creole in the Street 2025. Let's make it a day to remember.
Thank you so much, Monsieur Jean et Monsieur Bruno. Enfin, c'est moun la qui en charge pour directeur NDFD, qui te m'a dit un spécial bonjour pour Madame Shema Dairampo, qui m'a dit bonjour, Madame Dairampo. Ça, c'est moun la qui directeur pour l'office public. Mr. Ryan Ansem, secrétaire Minister pour Affaires Agriculture, spécial bonjour. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move with our program as we call on our next speaker, Miss Zebedat, you'll have to correct me, yeah? I'm not too good with names unless if it's a Creole one. Miss Zebadija Maxwell, NDFD's Green Innovation Summit champion for the year 2025 and a contestant in this year's National Miss World Weird pageant. Let's give her to a Creole welcome. Miss Maxwell would like to give us the Creole entrance, as we call our DJ, to give us something. Yes, it's all about the 9th edition of Creole in the Streets, presented by the National Development Foundation of Dominica Limited. And we are here, of course, to see everything Dominican showcased here this morning all throughout the day. So again, we encourage you, as Mr. Rose said a while ago, you are closer to the bank now. So you have no excuse to say you don't have money. And they're giving loans in case you don't have a account there too. What's that? Upani PS excuse. DJ, you ready? For Miss Maxwell? Madam Maxwell Upawe? Okay. Anuale.
Good morning to our invited guests. Good morning to our listeners or viewers or vendors today. Aren't we excited to be here at Creole in the Streets? This event, I am honored to stand before you, ladies and gentlemen. Not only as we celebrate 47 years of independence, but as we do this with pride, Dominica to the bone. As said before, my name is Zebadija Maxwell. I am 22 years old from the village of Taru. This year, I was encouraged to take part in the NDFD Green Innovation Summit, and taking part in it has taught me a lot. I stand before you here as a business owner. Please go take a look at my booth when you're done. But I also stand before you here as a proud youth who is happy to say that NDFD is truly the leader in small business support and financing needs. Let's give a round of applause for them. As a champion of this year's Green Innovation Summit, my business model looks at doing circular economy systems and zero waste. It's essential as a nature isle of the Caribbean that not only do we reduce waste, but we also make sure we benefit both the people and planet. Through NDFD, I am happy to say they have helped me to develop this business model, as well as to be here today with you at Creole in the Streets with my body oils, my virgin coconut oils, and my very, very, very good team. My mommy right there. And of course, my best friend who's at the back. So NDFD, thank you so much for support. And also, I'm proud to say that they are my sponsor for the Miss World Duet 2025. I am contestant number 7, and I invite you all to come on down. If you don't have that date in your calendar, I don't know what you're waiting for. October 29th, come on down to the Old Mill Center and witness our culture, witness our tradition, witness talent, glam, beauty, as 7 beautiful contestants will put on a show to remember. NDFD, thank you so much for your support and for sponsoring me for this year's Miss World of the Year 2025 pageant. Lastly, I would just like to say thank you to my team. They have been a very, very good driving force behind me, as well as my community. Taru, thank you so much. Your support means a lot to me. And thank you to my sponsor as well, Smart Pharmacy, Faith Made Handmade Designs, my own business, Max Up Enterprises, as well as the Plant Right in Hillsborough Estates, and Fat Boy, coconut vendor across the bridge. Go get your water from him. You'll feel refreshed by the time you're done. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy today. Today is all about Dominica, artisans, vendors, agro-processors. Go buy your products, go see what they have to offer. You will not be disappointed. Thank you.
All right, we seem to be experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty, but I'm sure Miss Maxwell télé danser. Oh yes. Quitter quand Tel Aviv. Hey. Ça qui dit nous passaporter d'y est encore. Ça qui dit quand c'est Dominique mort. Aïe, quitter quand Tel Aviv. Aïe, aïe. Quitter quand Tel Aviv. Ça qui dit nous passaporter d'y est encore. Ella, sometimes you have to improvise. And that's something that's beautiful about Creole. To use how Creole improvise. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call on our featured speaker for this morning at the 9th edition of Creole in the Streets. The Honorable Darren Pinard, Minister of Labor, Public Service Reform, Social Partnership, Entrepreneurship, and Small Business Development. I cannot sing for him, but we can clap for him, right? All right.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, I want to recognize the presence of His Excellency Charles Savre and Mrs. Savre, the former president of the Commonwealth of Dominica. Thank you for being here with us this morning. I want to recognize any other ministers of cabinet who are here, and Senator Philip Rule, who is the coordinator of the Dominica Youth Business Trust. Permanent secretaries, I see Mr. Ansem in the audience, Mr. Nicholas Bruno, chairman of the NDFD Board of Directors, or the Board of Directors of the NDFD, Mr. Cletus Joseph, who is doing an excellent job at the NDFD, the executive director for the NDFD, and his staff. Your Worship, Sandra Ermin-Roy, the mayor of Roseau, Ms. Sharon Dennis Rule, Export Promotion Officer, Dexia, Ms. Keisha Joseph, Officer in Charge at the Dominica Bureau of Standards, Ms. Juanita Casey, and members of the Creole Industries Committee, Father Nigel Karam, Ms. Zeddy Jair Maxwell, the Green Innovation Summit, champion of the 2025 Miss World Duet contestant, sponsors, other distinguished guests, participants of the Creole Industries, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I see that some people are trying to throw shade on some of us that might not be experts in Creole, in speaking Creole here this morning. So let me give you a little story, a little joke before I get into the meat of my presentation. So I am I understand Creole excellently. Anybody speaking Creole, I will understand all what you're saying without a bit. So the other day in Bioche, from MO News, we had Macpherson St. Louis decided to come and give me an interview in Creole. So obviously, I'm full of confidence that I'm going to ace that because I know Creole. And Macpherson give me his first question and I'm looking at him blank and I can't understand half of the things he just said. I ask him to repeat and then I pick up a little bit more of what he said and then now comes the time for me to respond to him. And everything in my head is in English. And trying to translate it and get the words out in Creole is not as easy as just listening and understanding Creole. So it just goes to show that in terms of keeping our culture alive, keeping our ability alive, it's not just being a passive observant of it. We have to actively participate in the culture for it to really resonate and for it to really become a part of us. And so whilst I can understand excellently, I have to admit I am not so great at speaking it. And so my task now is to practice speaking it more often. I will have to make more days a Creole day as opposed to just one Creole day in the year, which is what's coming up next week. And outside the language, I mean, that is just a small lesson. I think we all need to not just be passively observing other people upholding and carrying on our culture. Each of us need to do our part. We need to cook in the Creole culture. We need to dress in the Creole culture, carry ourselves in the Creole manner, speak it obviously, so it becomes a part of us, a part of our everyday lives. I am an advocate. I would support teaching Creole in the schools. And, just Dominica culture is a rich one, and we should all do everything we can to keep it alive and to keep it strong. It is indeed another privilege and my distinct pleasure to participate in and deliver remarks at least the 9th edition of the Creole in the Streets under the theme Sustainable Communities through a celebration of local business innovation. Now, walking to this location, first of all, I realized that today appears to be much bigger than previous editions. There seems to be more vendors, which is an excellent thing. And as Mr. Rule suggested earlier, the 10th anniversary, which is like a round anniversary, I suspect will be even more massive. We will have to make some more room because every year we seem to be growing, and today is an excellent example. So it has been refreshing. Walking in, we see this beautiful expression of color, culture, industry, and we witness a demonstration of the potential which lies in entrepreneurship and small business development in Dominica. Now, right from the onset of my remarks, I would like to commend the National Development Foundation of Dominica for undertaking and leading in this initiative. The director, Mr. Cletus Joseph, and your dedicated team of workers, you have been making significant strides in your efforts to enhance and promote the work of entrepreneurs and start-up businesses on the island. Over the past 9 years, you have been a true example of the community engagement and partnership that is required of the private sector to help us on our journey to development. I keenly realize the importance and the collaborative efforts for propelling the MSME sector forward through innovation, digital technology, capacity enhancement, networking, and access to finance and markets. The government of Dominica values the partnership between the public and the private sector and the non-governmental organizations, triangulating our collective efforts and resources towards economic and social viability, wealth and prosperity, and in combating the external shocks to which many of our small businesses in particular remain extremely vulnerable. Initiatives like Creole in the Streets is valiant and indicative of the important efforts that are needed to strengthen the business ecosystem in Dominica, recognizing the important role they play in the productivity of goods and services, creation of employment, revenue generation, and improvement in the economy as a whole. I also wish to recognize every business that is represented here this morning. This time of year, by far, may be the best times for small businesses. Over the 6 months period, small businesses will benefit from expanded market opportunities which come from opening of the tourist season, the Independence and the Creole season, the season of the World Creole Music Festival, our independence celebrations, then followed by Christmas and Carnival. So this is a time when you must build up your revenue and your reserves that will carry you over the leaner 6 months that is to follow. So I implore you to take full advantage of this period of plenty and build up your reserves as much as possible. Now, fortunately for you, and therefore for all of us, your government is laser focused on ensuring that soon your time of plenty will not be limited to 6 months. As we speak, we are putting together the major capital infrastructure that will expand the time of plenty to the entire 12 months period. Every month should be a month when you can do well. And that is what we are striving towards. And these projects that I'm referring to, they include, first of all, the international airport, the construction of which is moving ahead of schedule, and it is expected to be completed and commissioned in 2027. We have the Cabritz Marina, which is progressing nicely, and that is expected to be completed next year in 2026. We have the cable car in the Rosa Valley, which will be the world's longest cable car, I might add, and that is progressing well and also expected to be completed in 2026. We have the improvement of our road networks taking place. We just completing the East Coast Road. We have started the Lubia to Granby Road, and we will soon embark on the new airport to the Portsmouth Road. So we are opening up the roads access, and we also have significant investments taking place in hotels. As we speak, we have about 10 hotels under construction, helped and funded by the CBI, the Citizenship by Investment Funds. Now, these hotels, we will need world-class products of food, drinks, and we will require world-class services. And so we're creating much more opportunities for the small businesses at these various organizations and institutions. We are investing in agriculture, repair of the abattoir, construction of the tissue culture lab, new citrus cultivation facility, creation of the world's first marine reserve, where our sperm whales will be protected. There is so much going on in agriculture that we can all agree that it will take an entire session on its own just talking about agriculture, and I'm sure PS and Sam would agree. We have investments in education and in training. The increased training at the new Technical Center of Excellence, which is coming on and expected to be completed next year, that is, will complement our drive towards full education reform, where skills and competencies are needed in this new dispensation, the new economy that we will be developing. Energy remains a major requirement and a major expense for most businesses, if not all of our businesses. And the geothermal plant that is expected to be completed in just a few months, expected by January of next year, will help keep energy costs reasonable. These are the foundations and catalysts upon which our economy is being transformed into one that will provide opportunities year-round, 12 months a year. Our slow season, as it is now called, will be at the level that is significantly surpassing what we now call in our peak season. The entire economy is being shifted, it's being picked up and placed on a higher and totally different level. And I tell you, there is no time to delay. The last of these major projects, as I mentioned, the international airport, will come online in 2027. So we have about 2 years to get ourselves ready. Okay, so in order for you to take full advantage of these opportunities that the government is creating, you must continue to innovate. Take measures that improve your business efficiency, enhance the productivity of your goods and services, produce new lines of products and services, introduce new technology that help transcend the logistic challenges that you face as small businesses. You must invest in your training. Recognize that learning and improvement and general self-development is a lifelong and continuous process. Take advantage of all opportunities to develop and equip yourselves with the knowledge and skills that will be needed to succeed in this increasingly competitive global market. In today's world, you are not just competing against your neighbor,
but you're competing against businesses all over the world. Dominicans, like everyone else, are buying more online than ever before. And so your competition is on multiple levels. And to succeed, you must continue to improve not just your products, but your service and your presentation of these products and services. So instead of just being scared of the increased competition that is coming in, let us look at the opportunities that is being created by globalism and the internet connectivity. Whilst I am at it, I would like to invite I expect that all the businesses here will be participating in TV Village Creole. And if you are not participating in TV Village Creole, I want to invite you to at least be a patron of the TV Village Creole. It kicks off on Monday, the 20th of October. We have the opening ceremony at 11, so tune in for that. And then the Creole activity itself starts off at midday, and it will run every day from Monday to Thursday from noon to 8 p.m. At the TV Village, we will be featuring all of our major bands in Dominica. We have Tiki International, Serenade, we have Swinging Stars, we even have, like Signal Band. Signal Band is probably one of the leading bands, not just in Dominica right now, but in the region. And Signal Band will be expressly featured at the TV Village Creole as well. So we want to invite everybody to come into the TV Village Creole and experience and immerse in our culture, in our food, in our dress, in our language, and in our dance. So I hope to see everyone here at the TV Village Creole next week from Monday to Thursday. And obviously that will be followed by our great World Creole Music Festival on the weekend. And this will be taking place at the Botanical Gardens. Ladies and gentlemen, invited guests, the viewing and the listening public, if you are here in Dominica, then right here in Roseau, in the central part of Roseau is where you need to be. You need to come in and participate and take part in our Creole in the Streets that is hosted and sponsored by the NDFD. Come and immerse yourself in this excellent atmosphere. Eat good food, enjoy good music and good company. So in closing, I wish all of you a really lovely day, and in the true Dominican spirit of peace and love, thank you very much.
Merci en pile, Monsieur Pinard. Avec ou di ou kakopan, avec ou passa par les jeux. So I extend a challenge to the PS within the Ministry of Agriculture, Monsieur Ansem. On est pour communiquer plier puis Monsieur Pinard, ok? Parce que la prochaine fois, l'ous que moi des pièces d'éjection et que pas ouais pour ça weapon. And on this note, I too want, of course, extend an invitation to you when the next presentation of Creole for Business come around. You will register for your Creole classes. Bis nous pas afford pour nous pas parler belle langue sala. And I'm sure His Excellency, the former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, sa tebouye koy en Creole. Of course, no man. Parce que nous tous ni pour jouer par nous. Pour nous parler, pour nous communiquer en bel langage sala. À ce point, ça, messieurs, mesdames, nous avons présenté tous ces gens qui assistent, qui aident, fait activité ça en possibilité. Nous avons dit un spécial merci pour CG United, ça c'est une compagnie à Siwas, Digicel, DNO, Wajo DBS, Belfast Estate, Domlec, Kyrie FM, Banque Nationale Dominique, HHB Whitchurch, West Indies Communication, Do It Center, Autorité pour découvrir Dominique, ça c'est DDA, Autorité pour faire investissement à Dominique, that's Invest Dominic Authority, Insurance Company of the West Indies, the National Cooperative Credit Union, Bloombox, St. Mary's Credit Union, Dexter, Black Island Girl, and other of our donors, Duasco, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, Vibes Radio, Christos Touch, Exquisite Events and Rental. Thank you guys so much for coming on board for the 9th edition of Creole in the Streets. And now we'll be presenting a special token to our sponsors. Yes? Yes, of course, we want to thank the former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Savre and Mrs. Savre for being present here with us. So they will be presented with a token of our appreciation, and this will be done by the staff here at NDFD. Nous avons dit, on pile, merci. Présence Zola, bon matin, nous vraiment apprécier. Comme ça, nous avons présenté Zoé, et puis un petit cadeau pour dire merci, pour accepter l'invitation. Eh bien, ça, c'est quelque chose que nous avons presque tous les années. Pour être présent, et puis nous, en créole, en laoui. Comme ça, nous avons continué à montrer appréciation nous. Madame Missy et puis Madame Stavron. Aussi, nous avons présenté un cadeau pour Monsieur Darren Pinard, ministre qui a responsabilité pour les affaires de travail, changement service public, petit business, développement petit business. Nous avons présenté un cadeau aussi. Monsieur Pinard, si vous avez nous encore. Pour nous dire un grand merci, nous avons apprécié tout ce travail que vous avez fait en ministère pour les affaires de travail. Nous avons l'opportunité pour dire un grand merci. Et bien, nous souhaitons aussi bonne continuation. Merci en chai, merci en pile, merci en l'eau. Nous avons même dit merci en patché. OK? Pour ça, nous commandons tous ces sponsors qui sont avec nous pour venir plus près. All right, sitting in the Moonhod, CG United. If you're from CG United, please make yourself available on stage. Any representative from a Digicel, you too should make your way on the stage, as well as a DNO, Belfast Estate. I'm just calling you so you could make yourself available so we can, of course, have a sweet flow of this presentation. Anyone from Domlec? All right, so our first here will be CG United Insurance. We thank you so much for your partnership in this year's NDFD, the 9th edition. Thank you. All right, and I believe from your shirt, it's Belfast Estate. We thank you, Belfast. Again, if you have anyone from Kyrie FM, Domlec, the National Bank of Dominica, West Indies Communication, Do It Center, Discover Dominica Authority. Thank you so much, Belfast. Merci en chai. Nous apprécié. And this next person doesn't need any sort of uniform. The people who wear tetli, no wear vision, you know, c'est Banque Nationale Dominic. Well, on your patch chapeau, ça. Pour ça, nous allons ICWI. Thank you so much for your partnership. We appreciate you. We have a representative from the National Bank of Dominica, Monsieur Shai. Thank you so much for your collaboration. We have Kyrie FM. So if you have anyone from Do It Center, Discover Dominica Authority, Invest Dominica Authority. So we say thank you to Kyrie FM. This one is who? All right, so we have West Indies Communication, Q95. Thank you so much, West Indies Communications. All right, so next, DNO. Thank you so much to DNO. Merci Shine. Do It Center. Merci. the Dominica Export-Import Agency, Dexia. We have anyone from the St. Mary's Credit Union, Black Island Girl, Duasco. Thank you, Dexia. Thank you, Ms. Rowe, for your collaboration. All right, do we have anyone from the Vibes Radio? Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited. Duasco once again. Exquisite Events and Rentals. Christoph Stotch. All right, Duasco, Miss Duasco, Madam Waptwe at Duasco. And I'm sure we will So once again, we want to thank all our sponsors who came on board. Again, ensuring the successful staging of the 9th edition of Creole in the Streets. But to thank you officially, we'll now call on Juanita Casey, chairperson of Creole in the Streets, to deliver the vote of thanks.
His Excellency Charles Savre, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Savre, Honorable Darren Pinard, Minister of State in the Ministry of Labor, Public Sector Reform, Social Partnership, Entrepreneurship, and Small Business Development, other honorable members of Cabinet, Senator Philip Roll, Coordinator, Dominica Youth Business Trust, Permanent Secretaries, Mr. Nicholas Bruno, Chairman of the NDFD Board of Directors, other Board of Directors of the NDFD, Mr. Cletus Joseph, Executive Director, NDFD and staff, Your Worship Sandra Ermin Royer, Mayor of Roseau, Mrs. Sharon Dennis Roll, Export Promotion Officer, Dexia, Ms. Keisha Joseph, Officer in Charge, Dominica Bureau of Standards, members of the Creole in the Streets Committee, Father Nigel Karam, Ms. Zebediah Maxwell, Green Innovation Summit Champion 2025, and Ms. Wabduet Contestant 2025. Sponsors, other distinguished guests, participants of Creole in the Streets, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I have the wonderful honor of expressing my gratitude for this much anticipated 9th annual Creole in the Streets with the theme Sustainable Communities through a celebration of local business innovation. My first express of gratitude goes to the Heavenly Father for giving us this gorgeous and lovely sunny day. His Excellency Charles Savre, former President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Savre, we sincerely appreciate your attendance. Honorable Darren Pinard, your presence on this momentous occasion is likewise greatly appreciated. We are also grateful to Father Karam for your lead in prayer. We would like to express our appreciation to our partners, the Dominica Bureau of Standards, the Dominica Youth Business Trust, and the Dominica Export-Import Agency, Dexia, for their unwavering support. Mrs. Melia Joseph, thank you for being always ready to host us each year. And thank you to our amazing team, Mrs. Seja and Ms. Esprit, for their rendition of the national anthem. Sponsors, for your tremendous commitment in making this event a success, we say thank you. We would like to express our gratitude to our gold sponsor, CG United Insurance,
whose purpose is to deliver superior insurance solutions and services that enhance lives and security in an uncertain world, and to Digicel, who seeks to deliver the best network, service, and value to customers while giving back to communities. Our silver sponsors, Belfast Estates, well known as the leading manufacturer and distributor of rum in Dominica, the agent for BB Rum and Kubu Libya. Dominica News Online, the #1 news website, e-magazine, and the most popular source of news in the Commonwealth of Dominica, and DBS Radio, who provides high-quality radio broadcasts that keeps the public informed and connected. The same courtesy is extended to our other sponsors, Domlec, Kyrie FM, National Bank of Dominica, Carib, HHV Research, West Indies Communication, Q95, Do It Center, Discover Dominica Authority, and Invest Dominica Authority, the Insurance Company of the West Indies, the National Cooperative Credit Union, NCCU, Bloombox, St. Mary's Cooperative Credit Union, Dexia, and Black Island Girl, JL Joseph. I want to express my sincere gratitude to our donors as well, Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, the Wasco Company Limited, Vibes Radio, Crystal Touch, and Exquisite Event and Rentals. As I continue to ensure that this historic event is effectively held every year, I want to express my gratitude to our own board of directors and management for their leadership, advice, and contributions. For the constant insistence in helping us spread the most important messages and impactful images to the public, we say thank you to the media, the Dominica Fire and Ambulance Service, Roseau City Council, and the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force. We sincerely appreciate your continued support and cooperation. As I express my gratitude to the members of the CITS committee and the general NDFD's staff body, I would ask you to join me in thanking the members and support staff for their 9 years of dedicated labor and continued hard work with a round of applause. Lastly, but just as importantly, we want to thank all the participants who are here today. This is your event, and without you, it would not be possible. Again, thank you, and I personally encourage you to support these amazing entrepreneurs by spending all the cash you have today at the NDFD's 9th annual Creole in the Streets. Happy Independence to each and everyone, and have fun. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Casey. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how we come to the end of this morning's opening ceremony for the 9th edition of a Creole in the Streets. Encore nous invité pour pas quitter si y a l'homme ballon, faire certain ou quitter puis kéchoy puis vous savez nous pile monde qui a débordé, pile monde qui a venu ici et venu une opportunité peut-être pour bailler kéchoy pour ba monde qui pas de ça venir. You know, get an excuse, get a reason to purchase something local here at the Creole in the Streets. We want to encourage you, of course, to stay with us all throughout the day. We'll be here until 8 p.m. tonight. So we want to invite you, of course, to take advantage of everything that's going on at Creole in the Street. It was, of course, a pleasure being your host. Your plaisir, messieurs, mesdames. Mon opportunité encore pour souhaiter toute Dominicaine qui attend pour moi qui là ici en bonne saison indépendance 2027. 45 ans de messieurs, nous allons célébrer un pays qui est indépendant. And of course, I want to extend happy independence to all Dominicans. Until we see again, we meet again, have yourself a wonderful day.